go green. There's the green flag.
All right, welcome everyone. In today's NASCAR Heat Evolution gameplay video, we're going to be running a race against the AI at Atlanta. Now, I'm using the settings of 105% AI difficulty. And as you can see in the top left, we'll be running a total of 23 laps. I wanted a slightly longer race than the default, 3 or 4%, just because the more laps that I give the AI, the better chance of them actually spreading out a little bit. Now, as you can see, I'm starting from the back. There was no qualifying or anything like that. I'm just doing a quick race because I want to show you what it's like to be around the most AI possible during race conditions at Atlanta. Now, I find that in general, as long as you're racing these guys one at a time, single filing where you take it 2 wide or something like that, you'll be fine. When you start to take it 3 wide, things really devolve very quickly into a mess. If you try to go low in a 3 wide situation with the AI, generally what happens to you is they will run you right off the bottom of the track onto the apron and wreck you. If you try to go through the middle, then you're just going to get ping-ponged from side to side. If you try to go high on them like I would have to here, and I'm trying to give them plenty of room right now, let them spread out a little bit, and then once they sort of get single file, then I can start to try to make my way through them. But if you try to pass them high on 3 wide, they'll put you right into the wall a lot of times. As you work on the setup for this particular track, you'll find that you can actually run this track wide open in race setup. I hadn't really worked on qualifying very much of any, but you can actually run this track wide open. Now, I won't run it wide open. Generally, I like to breathe it a little bit on entry and every once in a while through the center, just so I can allow the car to turn and take it a little easier on the tires. I find that really doesn't hurt your lap time a whole lot. And am I taking this 3 wide? I am, and he came right up to me, just as I thought he was. So I would love to be passing right now, and I could pass several of these cars. Unfortunately, in order to get past Clint Boyer right now, I would have to go 3 wide, and I'm not crazy about doing that. So I'm trying to bide my time and let them get this sorted out if possible. If I get a really good run on him, I may try it like right here. If he will give me just a little bit of room, I can get on by, and he is not going to do it. Oh goodness, now they're 3 wide. So as you can see, even if you have a fast car that you could be leading with or running 10th or whatever, if you get stuck behind these guys, they can run side by side in 3 wide for quite a while, which is not exactly realistic for this particular track because they tend to spread out quite a bit at Atlanta because of the tire wear and the fact that the track is very worn out. But as of right now, the AI will stay clumped together for the most part. Now, you can look up ahead and see that these guys are moving on with the program and getting a little bit more spread out. But back where I'm at, that is anything but the case. All right, I would love to get under him right now, but that's just not going to be possible. So I'm trying to be as patient as possible with this. Oh, and he's trying to knock me off the track. Please don't. So he was bumping me. You probably couldn't tell from the video, but I could feel it. He was actually bumping me going through the corner, trying to push me down onto the apron because I was in his groove. Now, the groove I'm running right now is what I find myself running most of the time against them. Getting underneath them is possible, especially when you're running one-on-one against them, but they will not give you a whole lot of room, so it's generally easier to pass slower cars up on the high side. All right, as you can see, he's crowded me on the high side, and then he will try to get down to the bottom, but on entry, he doesn't give me very much room. Okay, so So far, so good. As you can see, as I'm encountering these guys one at a time, it's really fun to race against for the most part. They do seem to respect your space and realize that you're on the track with them until you get them all wadded up. Then they don't seem to do well with that.
Stay low. Still there.
So right now I'm in 34th, so I've not made very much progress, and we're nearly halfway through the race. But that's okay. You know, I don't expect to win this race for sure, not in 23 laps.
Still there.
Ooh, he's trying to press me down. Wow. All right, so we made it through that corner. De Benedetto does not want to give me any room at all. See if I can't get... Oh, and nope, he didn't want me there at all. Wow. All right, so we'll regroup and we'll try it again. Now at this point, this is where the spotter would come in handy. I remember him telling me a corner or so ago that there was somebody to my outside, but he's not said anything since then. I don't remember hearing him say clear. All right, see, right now he just said still there. That's fine, but he never told me that somebody was inside of me. So he's telling me still there like I already know it. And luckily for me, I could see it. All right, we're going to try to get to the outside and see if I can't put down some better lap times running this second groove and pass a few of these cars. All right, so right now we got 10 laps to go and we're running 32nd. And I'm trying to stay out of these guys' way as much as possible. Now, we're a lot more single file racing. Looks like for the next few cars, which is good for me because that means I get an opportunity.
All clear. Car low.
And I saw a potential for 3 wide there, so I'm going to keep it a little bit higher in the corner just in case.
Car low.
Oh, I did not realize that Clint Boyer was still below me. I thought I had passed him. All right, so that's Allmendinger in 30th. We're going to try to pass him down the back straight away.
Still there.
Drove it in a little too deep right there. Missed my corner entry that I wanted.
Still there. Clear low.
All right, you can see Jones is running the second groove, but then mid-corner, he heads to the bottom. We'll see is he going to give us the bottom? No, he is not. And I don't blame him there. We weren't up next to him yet, so he didn't have any reason to give us room. So we'll try to take, here in a minute, I'm going to try to get some of these guys on the bottom if I can, simply because that will enable me to run a little bit faster lap time and hopefully catch some of these guys a little quicker.
Car low. All clear.
All right, there we go. If you can run out by the wall on the straightaway and then up off the corner, let it bleed out toward the wall, you can get a little bit better time because you keep the car less bound up through the corner. Right now, the car's bouncing around a little bit on me. Atlanta's a little bit of a rough track for sure. I could probably help that out a little bit more with adjusting the shocks, but with the car feeling the way it does, I'm not apt to make too many changes at this particular point.
5 laps to go.
All right, we got 5 laps to go, and we've come up on Larson here, and it looks like 4 cars in front of him are fighting it out pretty hard, which is worrisome for me because I have had multiple races where I would get near the end of the race, and then all of a sudden, one of these guys would tap me in the right rear or something, and my race would be over.
Stay high. Still there.
All right, so coming up on Scott in 27th, and it looks like he's going to give us plenty of room. It's times like this when I think the AI are a lot of fun to race against. see if we can go to the bottom here. All right, looks like he's giving us room. Yeah, he gave us plenty of room. Thank you, Chris Busher. So as you can see, racing with the AI can be a fun experience.
Still there. All clear.
You know, as long as you catch them one or two at a time. It's the problem becomes when, like at the beginning of a race or on a restart or something like that, when you're trying to pass them and they're already 2 and 3 wide, then you can get hung behind them for quite some time, or
Here you go.
take that risk
Still
of
there.
trying to pass them and make it 3 wide.
All low.
All right, Stenhouse is going to go to the bottom, give us plenty of room on the high side here as well. Please stay down there. And he's crowding us. Give me a little bit of room here, Ricky.
Still there.
All right, so he takes the bottom through the corner and gives me plenty of room on the high side. It's just on the straightaway. He wasn't particularly interested in giving me much room.
Last lap. Stay high. Still there.
All right, we're at the last lap. All right, we've got a good entry there. It's going to be hard for him to
All clear.
keep track of us off the corner there. Yeah, we were able to get a good run through that corner. All right, so we'll take turn 3 and 4 basically wide open. No positions to gain there, so we'll finish in the 23rd position. And again, that was against the AI at 105%. The speed rating of 101, I don't really, you know, I mean, that's perfectly fine, but it was coming from the back to basically mid-pack in 20 laps seems like a little better than 101 out of 105. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video on some AI racing at 105%, and just showed you how much fun it can be, and at the same time, it can be frustrating against the AI. So, hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more Knee Pit Gaming videos.